Good evening, everybody. Once again, we want to say welcome to the members of Goyah studio. This is your host, SUBOR Freeman. We are very sorry we're coming on late, but however, we couldn't allow the day to go to do all speaking to you. And so today, we're going to be a very short section because for the past 2 days, I've been really, really busy. I had a lot of things on my schedule that I had to take care of, very important. But with that being said, we want to tell God thank you for another beautiful day. And so once again, we say welcome to the Members of Goyah studio. This is your host, SUBOR Freeman, coming live from the state of Minnesota. It is absolutely beautiful. And we want to say to each and every one of our strong supporters, we say thank you for your prayers. We say thank you for your contributions. We say thank you for your continued support. It's only God that can pay you back all of those times and effort you are putting into the show. We also want to say happy birthdays to all those who are celebrating their birthdays in the month of April. This is the 30th of April, the last day in April. And so we say everyone that celebrated their birthday in April, we pray that God will bless you with long life, good health, peace, love, prosperity. If you are celebrating your birthday and you fall on your anniversary, we say double shout out to you. Happy wedding anniversary. Happy birthday to you and your special ones. Wishing you people a very happy marriage life, peace, love, unity, and prosperity. If you are bereaved, we also want to take this time to extend our deeper condolences to you and your family. We pray that God will comfort you, God will console you during the difficult time of bereavement. As you can see, the headline over there, we posted something today that I believe probably Wednesday it will be a continuation of what I believe is very important that we we concentrate on that because there is something here that I see when I went to Liberia, and even before I went to Liberia, I heard this that a lot of people was, and she still remain the face of what I call getting stuff done. And so before we went to Liberia, we heard about Mirabura, the former city mayor of Liberia, and we said to ourselves, this is very important because we heard a lot of good thing about the mayor as she cleaned out the city of Monrovia and all the good stuff. And so we say yes, it is true that indeed when you talk about getting things done in Liberia, for sure one name that comes to mind is the city mayor or the former city mayor, of Mirabura. But the question here today for us, and I think I posted that you can see, is a lack of mentorship or the development of young leaders is the cause that Liberia is going to go. It is the cause that Liberia continue to suffer what we're suffering right now because my answer to that question is yes. Yeah, I will tell you why, and I will give you evidence to what I said that, or what I'm saying, that the lack of mentorship or the development of the future leader is causing Liberia a serious problem. And so we're going to look at that critically today, and we'll continue that topic tomorrow because I believe it is imperative that we we actually dive into that and see these are some of my prayers that the president rescue mission with we take a key look at what I'm saying and hopefully address some of the concern that I have. And so bear with me because I try to shoot. And I posted a link in there. Like I said, this is where we come to dialogue, where we come to discuss, where we come to share our thoughts and see how best we can move our country forward, the one and only Liberia. And so I thought the topic is way overdue, but because of time, I'm just going to introduce it. And then we'll read the paper because I got some things that I saw today that I need to talk about. But I think the lack of mentorship or the development of young people in our society today is killing Liberia. And I will tell you why. We have to get out of the mindset where we can only build when we're in leadership, and what we learn, we turn to keep it rather than sharing it, rather than bringing up what we call a team. Something that I learned in this country, the United States of America, one thing that I learned yet, very important, strategic, is the fact that people develop people. You will see from sports to politics to other professionals, people mentor and develop people. That is, people teach people what they learn and try to mentor them how to be a good citizen, good husband, and good civil servant. That is when you serve in an organization, how to carry yourself. And so these people build these people up because they understand the fact that they won't be there forever or they won't live forever. And that is why you see in this country right now, the United States, this is something that people believe in. When they are in leadership, they try to train people. And those who are in top position even try to train people the way they want them to be than them. And so they refer to this book. I'm a mentor. You hear coaches say, this is the guy that I learn everything from, everything that I do, some of the scheme I will run. And you can see people carry on that legacy. And so I think it continue to benefit the country. But when it comes to us, they want not just Liberia, they want the whole Africa. And I think that's something that we need to look at critically. And we have to analyze and see what can we do differently in our own position. You don't have to be a leader, or you don't have to be in leadership, or people around. How can you breed or bring them up? And that is something that I hope rescue mission will look into to create what we call a mentorship. And it is my prayer and hope that the good governance commissioner, when he take over, this is something that will help the country. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this to say that the evidence is there from any Joseph Salif administration. Somebody bust on the scene and should begin the phase of getting things done in Liberia up to now as we speak. And that person is at the time the former city mayor of Monrovia, where people were very happy with her leadership, what she did. She was able to really put in system. She implement her policy, how she wanted things to look, her work ethics, what people refer to as being one of the honest and sincere and hardworking, fearless. And so we all applaud Mirabro. But let me tell you that since Mirabro ascended or became the face of doing the right thing, one of the things that I noticed, I don't know if she did it, I can't speak to her, but the evidence speaks for itself. Because we see when we come on the show, we do not pretend to know it all. But when we talk from a factual standpoint, what we give you evidence. You can now look at it and say, what SUBOR Freeman is saying is lie, or what SUBOR Freeman is saying is truth. You can analyze it for yourself. And so the lack or lack thereof, the commitment in developing or building an institution or building a team is something that we'll have to take seriously. I don't know, for whatever reason, we turn to hide our talent or what we learn to share with other people or to bring other people or to be like us, because for whatever reason, I don't know, it's a fear that people will overtake or take the position for us, or it's a fear that we will not be in the spotlight. And this is not like personal attack on Mirabro, but I'm just using Mirabro example to throw light on the lack of development of the future leaders, young talents, and mentorship. I believe that it is a huge factor because right now, since the war, Liberians, the youth, or people, let's say there's no more youth again. The way things were done from 1990 up to now, people continue on that path. That is violence, the gross disrespect for the law, stealing, and you can name it. And so you can see that pattern continue where people believe and feel like the only way they can be recognized is to be rude, is to be arrogant. And when they are given the chance to serve, the only thing that comes to mind is to steal. And I think part of that is the fact that, like I said, the bad people have hijacked Liberia. And how do we break and get away from that mindset? We have to be able to build what we call a team. We have to be able to build organizations. We have to be able to mentor people, to make them into what we want to be, to make them to be like us. And because of the lack of that, when I went to Liberia, everybody talk about Mirabro. So I asked them, I say, and that's why I couldn't tell people the problem Liberia is in today. I can't put all that blame on the former president, George Manawia. No. Is he part of the problem? Yes. Was he part of the problem? Definitely you were part of the problem. But that is a fact. The president cannot be all over. And I told people, I say, let me just give you a common example. Mirabro was sitting here, everybody talk about Mirabro, the excellent job that she did, how vigilant Mirabro is, courageous, her commitment to excellence. Something that I must say to this day, I implore Mirabro. And so what I told people, the trip that I've been to Liberia, briefly I told them, say, you got every chance that I had in Liberia, I use it to teach, I use it to educate, I use it to engage people. I say the fact that Mirabro were to the city mayor and you people say everything was going right. They took Mirabro from city mayor. And I'm not going to call it real position of Mirabro serve in not in an orderly faction, but I want you to pay attention. They took her from the city hall, and I think they carried her to foreign ministry. And before we bob our eyes, Moreover was in complete mess. She went to foreign ministry, put a system into place. Everybody was saying the passport and this and Mary gathered, she cleaned up everything. Then they sent her to the health ministry, birth certificate. She got there again, did a fantastic job. From then they took her, they sent her to GSA. She did another fantastic job again. But when you pay attention, from GSA, they until they came to LEC. But what you should notice, every time Mary Brewer left an institution, it collapsed. Tell me if I'm wrong. Every time, when she left the city hall, they started to pile up in the city. People started to do something differently. She went to the health ministry, which were in charge of the birth certificate. She cleaned it up. Everybody was happy. When she left, it collapsed. She went to the passport, foreign ministry. Everybody said Mary Brewer. So what I tell you, when she left, again, everybody go back to the same complaining. And so what that tells me is that the point that I'm making today, just imagine if Mary Brewer going to build a team at City Hall. And I think that's what we need. We need people then who will set up a system, train people, mentor people. And now you can now leave it and go because you know for a fact you train and you mentor and you develop people that in your absence will be able to execute what you taught them. And they didn't say we now build on what you taught them and add something to what you left them to even make it much better. But we all can see it. And so the question I asked for in Liberia, how many, I mean, you just tell me, God, one good Mary Brewer in the whole Liberia? And so this one, the evidence is there. The evidence is there. And that's why we need to mentor, and we need to develop. Because I believe if we do that, take for example, all of the fantastic and wonderful job that Mary Brewer did at City Hall, when she served as city mayor. She went to the health ministry, she went to foreign ministry, she went to GSA, she currently now at LEC. So if she had 5 big institutions right there, big area that generate money for government, those are areas that need serious cleaning up. She went there to do a fantastic job. And so when she left, it turned to mess. So you can see the evidence is there that we need to develop, to train, and to mentor people. So people can see that doing the right thing, by doing the right thing, and I like what we did. Doing the right thing, I work with District 287. One of the things that were introduced to us 5 or 6 years ago is the nurture heart approach, where they teach you how to acknowledge and nurture the good. They say when you're teaching in the classroom or you're working somewhere, even at home, at your own family, do not give negative energy attention. Don't energize negativity. Don't do that. Because when you do that, you burying or you suffocating positivity, because now people see that you're giving so much energy to negativity. So what the kids will do, because they want the attention, they will start to do something crazy. So natural heart tell us, say, no, don't do that. Natural heart say, hey, find the good and nurture it so it can blossom. Because when it blossom, it will cover the room. When it cover the room, all those other negativity will suck it. And before you make up your mind, your classroom or your office or your home will now be a happy environment. And so the evidence there that you could see that Mirror being celebrated. So think about if Mirror going to plan 10 mirror in City Hall, where she serve as city mayor. 10. And then when you leave in, you cannot recommend those people to the president or whoever. Yes. And you know, when people recommend people, sometimes we have to forget about the thing we call favoritism, nepotism. Sometimes people make recommendations because they believe and they trust in that person. Now, what I would say here, I don't know if that was done. If Mary Brock can come on the show and tell us, maybe it was done in the president Eddie Johnson did not listen or what have you, I don't know, or open, I do not know. All I'm saying to President Joseph Yuma Boakai, if this government will be successful, then we'll have to build and train and develop multiple mirror bureau because she can't be everywhere. Like the president cannot be everywhere. And in order for the government to be successful, we need people, honest, hardworking, sincere, and dedicated people that will do the job. And so if we can do that, if the rescue mission can actually pay attention to that, I believe his government will succeed. I really believe the government will succeed because you have to be able to develop people to say, what's the word I'm looking for? And so you see the evidence right there. Mary brought all the effort that she made to City Hall as City Mayor when she left. Look at the diet. She left from the health ministry, passport division. Passport division right now from foreign ministry. People still complaining it's a mess. She went to GSA. There you go. So just imagine if Mary brought her 10 or even 3 Mary brought her City Hall. 3, everywhere she served. How many areas she served? City mayor. She went to the health ministry to the birth certificate at 2. She went to foreign ministry passport division at 3. She went to GSA at 4. Now she at LEC 5. 3 times 5, 15. So you're talking about 15 people. And if that 15 people develop another 15, then I believe we're on a track now to be very successful. But the father, when she left, every time she leaves, the thing collapse. Now, I can say for a fact that maybe she tried doing it, and maybe she recommended and she sent some name forward, and those names were, I can say. But I think we need to concentrate. If Rescue One will be successful, people that serve in this very capacity, because you can see the trend. The reason why every time people get into government, they steal because the people that are around, that's what the people show that the mentor they had to steal. The mentor they had to be dishonest. The mentor they had to lie. The mentorship, that's what they gave it. And that's why you see the bad people continue to what? That number continue to increase. Even though I still believe that the good people are many in Liberia, but it's just the fact that the mentor and the teach people how to be dishonest, how to steal, how to lie, how to be wicked. And you see that, so what we need to do now, when you have the opportunity to serve, build a system and mentor people, teach them what it means to be a good citizen, teach them what it means to be an honest human being, teach them to be how to be committed and dedicated in doing what you need to do, even if nobody looking. Because if we can start to do that, each one, teach one, bring one. If we start to do that, then I think our country is on the right track to be successful. But if we ignore, I will repeat, if we ignore what is unfolding right now, then the bad people will continue, the number will continue to increase. And so tomorrow, I'm going to be diving more into this topic because it is near and dear to my heart. That is what that is something that I saw in Liberia. And if you tell online, then tell me what happened. Because I went to the health ministry. I went to foreign affairs. I went every part of Monrovia. almost for the most part. I went outside Monrovia. I went to EDC. So you can see the only thing I passed from GSA, I did not go inside GSA. But you living there, you understand that every time Maribura leave from somewhere, that area collapse. So personally, my appeal to Maribura now at EDC, she got a whole good system set up. And I hope, it is my prayer, and I beg, share the video. Share the video. It is imperative that you share the video. So it is my hope and prayer that before she leave EDC, she will try to build a team. Because don't forget now, I don't know how old is Maribura, but we can't have her forever. We cannot have her forever. We can. And so the message is for each and every one of us, especially those people who are taking power right now from the CDC government. If you truly believe in doing the right thing, then every government, private sectors, government agency, and what have you, then we must take the time to invest into human capital. That is by developing productive mind, mentoring productive mind, teaching people what it means to serve, what it means to be a good human being. Because I believe if we can start to do that, then we'll see the paradigm shift. And then you will see Liberia, and Liberians will now see their country differently, because every opportunity we have, we touch somebody. So it is not about us. For example, if you're working at the Ministry of Health, or you work at the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, whether you are here in a department, take that time and make sure you build what I call, or make sure that you advocate and allocate resources for the development of our young leaders and the mentorship, because mentoring and developing young minds, I believe that is the key to us turning Liberia into the nation on the hill. And that is why Nurture Heart is something that being stressed over and over at District 287. We must identify the good and we must nurture it. Let it blossom, because I believe if it blossom, it will capture the light, will suck the darkness out of the room, and before you make up your mind, the whole area will turn into what we call a shining and glimmering stars. And I think that's what we're lacking. So my appeal tonight, share the video. People that have access to the president and in his budget. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow again. I think it's about time, and I know sometimes money comes in the budget for that, and people divert it for different use. But I believe we need to really invest into developing our people. And so this coming Sunday, hopefully we'll get it scheduled. It's one of the things we'll be having Dr. Marshall talk to us about financial independence. You see, the lack of knowledge, and that is why we tend to do this topic today, because it is very important that we develop a system. You can't build a system or develop a human being. I said this before and will say it. Somebody said it to me. God cannot move except man move. What do I mean? When God ready to move with all men, that means you don't even got to. But the reason why God moved through us, because God do that so other people can see the wonders and miracle that he worked through us. And so he gave us the chance. That was when we pray, he answered our prayers. But the only people we see, they say faith, we all hearing is a dead faith. Faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing and hearing the word of God. And so when you pray and asking God for a job, you have to fill in the application. And then he will pick your application among the, what is that, 10 billion. God has the power. He got the power to say, I will take SUBOR Freeman application from there, and I'm going to get SUBOR Freeman, and nobody can do anything but him. But I have to fill in the application. And so, my people, I'm appealing to us. Let's start being self-centered. And like I said, this has nothing to do with Mary Brown. I'm only using Mary Brown because she is the best example that I can use on a national level. Because so far we see everybody say, when they say Mary Brown. When you say Jack Bravo, they say Mary Brown she can do that. And so we're just saying we need Mary Brown to keep training. And so people who now in this very position too, you have to, and I like the fact that we celebrate Mary Brown, because what I do or what I does, it also make people jealous. So if you jealous, then do the right thing, and then we'll celebrate you too. Like Mary Brown being celebrated. But we have to train people. We have to build a team, we have to build a system. We have to mentor people. Because we can do all the good things if we don't have people to maintain and carry on our legacy. That's what been happening to Mary Brown. She leave the city hall, bam, go dead. She went to health ministry. Everybody happy, she leave, bam, dead. Foreign ministry, people happy, she leave, bam, go dead. GSA, people happy, she leave, national IDC. Developing human capital is important, it's essential, and we must mentor. Let us not think about ourselves. Let us use our position to mentor and to inspire and to bring people up into the right thing, because I believe each one, teach one, bring one. Just imagine if each and every one of us as Liberians dedicate our time to doing that. I believe our country will pick up just like this. And so we got 5 more minutes. We're going to spend a little bit of time here. Normally we go on the prayer line by 6 o'clock. Like I will tape over the prayer line is Monday to Thursday from 6 to 7 o'clock. That number is 763-220-3265. Tonight is Bible study. Come and enjoy Reverend Chie teaching. I'm telling you, you can say free. What you saying? I don't have time, but I'm just here to bring the good news to you. And so to introduce Jesus to you. So you can come there and listen. Just listen. What you got to lose? Just listen if you like it. But I'm telling you, if you listen, you tune in, you will definitely fall in love with the prayer line. Monday is Thanksgiving, at which people on the line to listen to some of the Thanksgiving that was given yesterday. So Monday is Thanksgiving, Tuesday is Bible study, Wednesday is all prayers. Prayers. People bring a prayer requests. Thursday Bible study. So it's 4 days, 1 hour per day, from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So I will encourage each and every one of us to tune in. And so, without any further ado, I will also go to something very quick here. Something very, very quick. Yeah. I saw something in the paper today. I don't know if I can. Oh, look. Mamu Berry. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Michael Green. My bro Phil, if a work star or absent, Michael Green. That is a problem with recycling people in government. Yes, we don't, Michael Green, you're right. We do not develop, man. We do not develop. We have to get to a place to really develop and mentor people. I'm not celebrating her, but I just think Margot Green is the fact that she's the standard now. She's the standard for what I call, everybody referring to her as the standard for doing good. So I don't know if I celebrate her, but I want to acknowledge the fact that she got there and at least she makes some some significant impact. And today, everybody will refer to her as, oh, because people use her as a gold standard. In Liberia, when it comes to Liberia, people use her as a gold standard. They talk, when they say clip, mirror bro. And that's what I say. You know, I don't want to sound I'm attacking, but I just believe if you have ready mentor and train people, so every time you leave, then the institution will be strong. But because she did nothing, I don't know if she did or not, I don't know. Maybe she did. And she made recommendation, and maybe the president did not follow through. I don't know. But I think that one thing I observe within our community, we just like the attention to be on us alone. If that brother will get better, we have to do more of that. So you're right. Mamu, if that brother get better, we all got to get involved. Maron Bridges, how you doing, beautiful? My sister, I hope to see you soon, man. I don't know how many years. Mamu, they think everybody will say, I really don't know much about politics. But if that brother get better, we all have to chip in, man. We all have to put our hand in the dirt. But, you know, I wanted to go to something that really caught my attention, and it will be my last part because I got to go on the prayer line, but I'm going to take 5 minutes to address it because and I'm sick and tired of like the city I said the other day about Solomon George, and we're going to run through the headline quick. And there is one particular thing that I really want to talk about. One particular thing I saw today that we really need to. Yes, and that stuff today, it was just, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow. What happened at the Simon Kennedy Sport Complex yesterday? If most of you have not heard, we can have those type of things happening in our country. The country is already underdeveloped, and the little that we have, we need to really take care of it. There was a football game yesterday between Grand Junction and Nima County, and for whatever reason, people feel like the referees, the match official was not fair. And I'm telling you, the damage that was done to SKD yesterday, it just, I can't understand it. I really can't understand it. And another thing we'll be talking about is the demolition of the Budubora camp in Ghana. I don't know why I can't get this thing to show so people can see what I'm talking about here. Budubora camp is completed now, the demolishing it, and this is something that we need to pay attention to. I'm very concerned about our brothers and sisters over there, because I'm telling you, Budubora camp right now as we speak is the demolishing it. And tomorrow we have to we really have to address this issue. We can't sit down and just think that it's okay. It's not. It's not okay. It's not okay at all. And so but one particular story that caught my attention today when I read it, people, I'm sorry, my people, we can't. I try to share this thing. I don't know what am I doing. Present, share screen. I'll have to look at it later on today. Share screen. But be as it may, I don't want to take up all your time because I gotta go. It says so too. The headline says, let's just run through the headline real quick, all right? And then we'll get to the story that I want to get to. The first thing first, it says, in this segment is strictly brought by Dr. Samuel Bingo. This is his idea. He's the one that brought up this suggestion, one of the faithful listeners to the show. Samuel Bingo always come up with ideas, content for the show, how to improve the show. Horse passes draft national budget at US 738.8 million with a call on Ratification Committee to continue vigilant monitoring for transparency and accountability in public expenditure. So the draft budget will pass today. That's something that we can celebrate at least, because now government can now start to have some wiggle room. So that's a good thing. The horse pass that today. Like I said, the second thing on this Sunday, they say demolishing of Burburon refugee camp leaves Liberia homeless. Yes, this is something that we're going to be talking about tomorrow, because we got a lot of family and friends, and a lot of us know the camp. A lot of people went to the Burburon camp. So this is a cause of concern, cause for concern for me, because I got friends and family and whatever, and besides that, they're all Liberians. And as you can see, as sorry you guys can see the picture, but you see people standing up in complete disbelief. And just imagine one morning you wake up and everything gone. And this is something that we hope that the government will really talk about, because it is imperative that our people in Ghana to know for their own is the word I took them there. And since then, things have not been fine. And so many people still trying to make their way to the great United States. Where you go out to Liberia when people suffering there. And so we hope, and we're going to monitor this thing here. And we'll talk about this in depth tomorrow. Liberian musician allegedly brutalized by the chief or DEA chief. Yes. Businessman, you say you were brutalized. All right. This is what I wanted to talk about. Then I will be off the air, and I got to get on the prayer line. I got to be 10 minutes late today on the prayer line. CDC acting chairman cautioned President Bouaka to refrain from tampering with the peace and stability of Liberia. And I want to address the issue head on. And I will read it. And I need to listen. We come on the show not to defend any one political party, but what we believe it is our right and our responsibility to educate our people and to point out lies and flaws and what have you. And if we see something that is ridiculous, then we have to address it. And we urge members of the full estate to do the same thing. The acting chairperson of the Coalition for Democratic Change, Janga Augusta Kowe, has sent out a fresh warning to President Joseph Bouaka to desist from what she termed as witch hunting Liberian, something he said could hamper the more than 2 decades of peace Liberian continue to enjoy. You know, the witch hunting thing, with people need to start playing with this word, witch hunting. The country is already going through a crisis, and this government is trying to do his best to see how best they can put things together. What people describe as witch hunt is not. Addressing journalists Monday, April 29, 2024 at CDC headquarters in Kokotown, Kowe stressed that the laying off of officials of the Executive Protection Service, the suspension of officials of the Liberian Telecommunication Authority and Governance Commission, the banning of motorcyclists from driving major streets, including the restriction of street vendors and other abuses, are a recipe for conflict. Now, the reason why I decided to take on this topic head on, when I left Liberia, we never had motorcyclists in the street. You couldn't see motorbike like that. And the thing what you call pimp, what you call the keke, I remember good. And I stand to be corrected, but keke back then were used, what the police were used to put the ice cream bucket behind and go in the neighborhood to sell ice cream. It was not a major transportation. And I think in the late 80s, LEC, no, like what was SUBOR or LEC, one of the companies brought in for the company to carry on. Yeah, I think it was LEC. Yes. That's the first time I think I can remember that we saw huge quantity of that keke in Liberia, and they brought it because people were reading the meter at the time. I think I remember that good. And so when I left Liberia, there was no motorbike in the street. And so the acting chairman thing, driving through the street of Monrovia when I was there, do you know the amount of people that got hurt and died from reckless motorcyclists driving through the street of Monrovia? So are you telling me that telling people, say, hey, look, we can't have this in a capital city causing problem, and the people don't even pay attention and respect the traffic law? And that's what you call witch hunt. And you see children in the street of Monrovia. I don't know who you call vendors. But you see people driving. I'm telling you, I can't drive in Monrovia. I was there. I never drove when I came back. Because people weaving through the cars consistently. People checking brake and blowing horn. And is that what you call witch hunt? We have to be careful with the words that we use. And Liberians, don't allow yourself to be used by people who do not have the country at heart. Is that what you call witch hunt? I just talk about nurture heart. You think we're going to nurture negativity, and that's what you call witch hunt? And then he says the ascendancy of President Joseph Boakai, the government has been proceeding wrongly. The government of Boakai should not play with the peace and stability of this country. The peace of this country has been maintained not by the presence of the police, not by any armed security forces of the state. The peace of this country has been maintained by the Liberian people. So do not test the resolve of the Liberian people, because you do not have adequate security forces to contain Liberian people. So what is he trying to imply here? What is he trying to say? I agree that maybe, yeah, we when it comes to security, but what's the message here? You're the one that's trying to tamper with the peace right now. You are the one trying to tamper with the peace. Because, like I said, we need law and order. Liberia is a country with law and order. You can't have people running helter scatter in the street of Monrovia like we live in a country that waiting jungle justice, that anybody can just get and do anything. If you want to be relevant as an opposition political party, then you must identify, come up with very good reason, come up with something that will benefit the country. And you think by enabling people to disrespect or disobey the law, is that what you call witch hunt? You yourself over there, you know you can't even drive freely in the street of Monrovia. You got people trying to cross the road where they got a crosswalk. They do not respect traffic law. Crossing the road in Liberia is like you have to put your hand in your mouth, because anytime somebody can smack you. Look, we were not asked of a different. Like man used to say, "Anyame manzo, anyame manzo." We will not sit and tolerate people to incite violence. Stop playing with adjective that is not right. Don't describe what is unfolding in Liberia like it's not a witch hunt. We have to restore law and order in the country. That is why the memorandum of understanding between the police and the motorcyclists Just imagine some of the things that were put on the table. You fly in the street of Monrovia with all helmet. You say is that what you call jungle justice? See when people when the pimping boys have accident, see how they die, and see how people die. The people that are transporting. What wrong with you getting a proper or helmet, getting insurance, something that will benefit you down the line? Is that what you call witch hunt? But you know we have to stop there because it's 6:13. We have to jump on the prayer line. And so once again, we will continue with the show tomorrow. And I'm telling you this time around, we will be prepared with adequate time and to dive deep into what we started today. And that topic will continue tomorrow. And so at this juncture, I want to say thanks to each and every one of you. Each and every one of you for tuning in, for your continued support, for your commitment to the show. You know, I like the comments. And I hope sometimes some of you people will actually click on the link so we can bring you in to make your point. Like Michael Green, he always very, very involved. Thank you to Mamu. He always, so you know, sometimes, gentlemen, come on. Maron Bridges, I got to invite you to come on live and talk some looking down and also talk about our country. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Have a pleasant evening. Stay blessed. Once again, I encourage you to jump on the prayer line. Our number is 763-220-3265. God is doing wonderful things. Stay blessed. Be safe. Once again, this is your boss, SUBOR Freeman, saying so long from the members of Goyah studio. You have a pleasant evening. Stay blessed. Good night, everybody.